Hello and welcome to Kump.
Hello.
Hello, Lucie.
Hi.
How are you enjoying this fall, this rot, this apples and pumpkins everywhere? Everyone's just got politics on the brain, and we're just letting the trees and the apples just turn into garbage. How you like it?
Love it when that sweet crab apple meat falls on the ground.
People are so worried, to your point, about, Trump and Harris and Biden, that they're just letting they're letting their kids eat crab apples off the ground because they're too busy on their phones. They're going, I wonder what the polls say.
They don't think there's going to be a world tomorrow.
They don't care about their kids. They're just eating crab apples and getting sick. And it's coming out their mouths and every other place it comes out of. It's just, they're just taking dumps in their pants with crab apple diarrhea.
I hate them.
I hate children so much.
I
Welcome to the show.
Climate alarmists.
That's what we think of your politics, all right? That was a satire. Welcome to the show. But no, it's a nice fall. I was out there today and it was there was like leaves falling up in the air. It reminded me of American Beauty when that kid who was like dad beats him up for stealing his Nazi plate. Remember that?
Oh right, yeah.
He I'm sorry, I stole your Nazi plate.
his gay Nazi dad.
Yeah, his gay Nazi dad who wanted to kiss Kevin Spacey, but in his spare time. But that kid, in his spare time, he would just videotape plastic bags.
Yeah, I kind of honestly like
that won the Academy Award. That film. I mean, people talk about like the heyday of movies aren't what they used to be. We gave the Academy Award to a movie about a kid shooting paper bags, and then selling weed to like Kevin Spacey who quit his job.
Yeah, the gay Nazi dad's perspective has really aged well in that movie. I gotta say.
Yeah, look. I didn't get. I know what you think, but I didn't get into collecting this crap until I realized my son was videotaping plastic bags. And I'm like, there's got to be something else to life. And I discovered hate, race hate. I mean, I'm a guy from the American military. We traditionally don't like the Third Reich, but I said, I've raised my son to be this weird kid who videotapes plastic bag. He's enamored with it. They float in the air. It's like they don't weigh very much. It gets caught up in the wind. It's not that. It's just go to science class. It's not that. It's beautiful. It shows you the universe is beautiful. It's just basic aerodynamics, kid. I realize once you realize your son does that, how could you care about morals or or your universal code? You just become a Nazi.
Yeah.
So, I mean, people were like talking about Charlottesville and like January 6th and all this crap. And like, oh, Trump did this. I'm like, we had the blueprint back in '99, the American Beauty. If you glorify kids to the extent that you have with their plastic bag videos, which is a metaphor. It's not just plastic bags. It's other horse shit. I mean, you'll get their dads will just become, Nazis. What do you want me to tell you? Do you want me to tell you something? Because I'll tell you something different, but it won't be true.
They just need these guys who went to Charlottesville, these guys who went to January 6th.
I don't like them.
They need a kid they can be proud of.
Why the kids let them down is the point. Bad kids who study art history, but poorly. No one. Remember Piss Christ?
Yeah.
At least that was bold. Mm-hmm. I like Piss Christ.
What part of the Piss Christ piece was the piss?
I think he suspended a crucifix in piss.
Okay.
Look, if you say to me, "Hey, we used to have Leonardo da Vinci and Raphael, the sculptor, and Michelangelo, the Sistine Chapel, and now we have a guy dumping a crucifix in piss," I'll grant you the technical ability is off. It's not that great, but it was bold. We don't even have bold anymore. Now art is just, it's like a...
It was his piss, right?
That's a good question. It's a great question.
It better have been.
I don't know.
I don't think I like it as much if it wasn't his piss.
You think if he got someone else to... If he was actually... Like, I'm kind of religious. I was raised Catholic. I'm not like... Can we bring up... Can you find a... Here, let me get a new tab. Can we see if like was Piss Christ his own piss? Let's see. Hold on,
Oh yeah, it is his own urine. That's good. He's not a sellout.
the Sebacombe paint photograph immersion in parentheses Piss Christ by Andre Serrano depicts a small plastic crucifix statue submerged in a bright red yellow liquid, which due to the title of the work and testimony of the artist we know to be Serrano's own urine. Very well done. The Kump podcast endorses Piss Christ. Now, it doesn't mean we're not Catholic. We're both raised Catholic. I was an altar boy. Don't know. Oh, you don't respect religions. What if it was a piss Muslim? Well, I mean, what would you put in the piss? I mean, because if you put a Bible in the piss, it would have been, you know, people go, oh, we'll put a Quran. Well, don't.
It would probably be, yeah, it would be worse if it was a holy book.
Here's the thing. We don't have, like, rules. That, like, I was watching Homeland, and, like, he got really upset when his Quran hit the floor. You know, the terrorist American soldier. So they have a rule for that, apparently. We don't have rules for, like, crucifixes. Because we sell them at tchotchke stores.
Right.
Or we used to. Anyway, this is the only reason we're talking about this because I think it will help the algorithm.
Did you know that this guy also did like cover art for a Metallica album?
A Metallica album?
Yeah.
Which one? Reload?
Reload, yeah.
Andrew Serrano did Reload?
Yeah.
They got the piss. That's great.
Or actually Load and Reload.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Can we get an image of that up?
Yeah, it was some kind of abstract.
I remember what they look. It's like flames.
Yeah. Well, this is actually his own blood and piss, I think.
That's awesome. Wait, that's so cool.
Yeah.
This is wait, why isn't this working?
Yeah, it is. It is pretty cool.
There we go. I actually like. I mean, I just thought there were flames before, so I didn't care that much. But now that I know there was his own blood and piss, I like it. Why does he have so much blood in his piss?
Oh wait, I'm sorry. Blood and semen.
Oh, well, that seems a little.
That's kind of hack.
Yeah, you know, kids are buying this. You know, I mean, like it's not like it's Burzum. It's Metallica. What are you doing? Don't take pictures of your cum and sell it to kids. Is it so raw? Is it so hard to be edgy without being a pervert? Come on, I do it every day. I'm never a pervert, but I'm edgy. Well, that's cool. Good for them with their. I mean, this is what people go. Why don't more people listen to you? Because up until now, I hadn't talked enough about Andrew Serrano, the creator of Piss Christ. Now this is gonna be a big break. This is gonna go big.
Do you think we could get him for an interview?
Possibly, and we're gonna try. Here. Speaking of which, look, so we might get him. So subscribe to this damn channel because you don't know what's coming next. Maybe I'll get the guy who made Piss Christ. Maybe I'll get the guy who made what else is out there. The guy who made Bad Lieutenant. Maybe I can ask. Is he alive? Abel Ferreira. Maybe I'll get an interview with him. I'm gonna start. This is gonna be the fall of interviews, and maybe. And I'll get him to come to my apartment. And be on video and go. This is. Can you make us a piss? I'll pay you $1,000 if you can piss in this jar and make it look cool.
You should ask him to give you
fecal matter.
No, you should ask him to give you feedback on your work.
Just piss.
And then assuming assuming he says yes,
yeah.
you just piss yourself.
This is what they want. So subscribe to this show. And hit the notification bell. Hit the notification bell because that might be coming your way, and you won't even know it. You won't know that we pissed ourselves in front of Andrew Serrano, the maker of Chris Christ. He should have done like a thing with GAC. Remember Nickelodeon's GAC?
I do remember Nickelodeon's GAC.
He should have teamed up with them because we went to Coney Island, by the way. But still, you know, and they have something called Liquid Piss. Wait, no, that's making sense. Candy Piss. There's a candy store there, and they have like candy piss, right? And like, why would Andrew Serrano do a deal with them? Maybe he did. Maybe he realized that his name wasn't that important.
That seems sick to me.
Candy piss?
Well, it's at a candy store.
I agree. Stop fucking with kids.
Yeah, really.
I mean, I like candy.
Stop like teaching them that piss is good and you should eat it.
Why do only kids like candy stores?
I like candy stores.
Yeah, I do too. But I'm just saying, but like they seem to be catered to kids.
Yeah.
Why not make a wonderful candy store? Because apparently the kids like the colors and the shit. I just like fucking just make me. You could make me I would eat a bag of gummy worms if they were like blank, just blank clear gummy worms. Because it's all food coloring. I'm just eating krill like a big whale. I get it. Look at this big. Kump is fat as a whale, and I eat like one too. Clear gummy worms like krill. We also have a Patreon at patreon.com/RayCump. Get an extra episode every week for $5 a month. Pretty good deal. I bet Andrew Serrano would think it was a good deal if I told him about it.
I bet so, yeah.
This whole show is going to be the Andrew Serrano. I'm welcome to the Andrew Serrano show. I would have him on. What if I could put on him and I said, and then the mics went on. Like, so great to meet you. Thanks for doing this. They're like, oh, yeah, it's cool. It's cool, man. And I'm like, yeah. We're going to record now. He goes, welcome to the Andrew Serrano show. I'm Ray Kump, and this is Andrew Serrano. You think you would freak out?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know very. We
don't know anything about this guy.
I know so much.
Do you think a normal guy would be like, what the fuck are you doing?
About how people have responded to his work, but I know nothing about the guy's disposition or anything.
Fair enough. You think if I had Joe Rogan on the show and I said, welcome to the Joe Rogan experience.
I don't think
you think he would freak?
He'd like
you think he'd do karate on me? What would it take? Has anyone ever seen him in the wild doing karate, Joe Rogan?
I don't think so. Well, he does jujitsu, doesn't he?
Whatever. I mean, he used to do taekwondo, which is basically just Korean karate or something, right? Or isn't it?
Also known as Korean karate.
Well, look it up. Isn't taekwondo? Look at taekwondo.
Maybe it is known as that.
I mean, I don't think anyone calls it Korean karate. That'd be great though.
Versus karate.
No, just
you just want to see taekwondo.
Well, is it Korean? A Korean martial art and combat sport. All right, so it's not. Look, no one's ever gonna officially call it Korean karate. But if I was back in the '70s in Long Beach, California, or somewhere where those logs of Town skateboarders were hanging out, I'm like, yo, I do taekwondo sometimes. Like, what's that? Yo, it's Korean karate. Watch me skateboard. They're like, yeah, that sounds cool. No one would bat an eye. This PC culture is suffocating me. Point is, has anyone seen Joe Rogan in the wild doing martial arts? Look, you're not supposed to. He's a civilized guy. He's not supposed to go attacking people in the wild. I'm just saying, like, is anyone ever pissed him off to the point where he just put him in a chokehold and started strangling him at the candy store?
You know what? That's a good question. I wonder if he has ever had to take someone down.
He's one of the most famous martial artists who's ever lived. Not for martial arts per se, but kind of adjacent. Mr. Rogan, Mr. Joe Rogan. And no one's ever seen him do it really. Maybe there's video somewhere of him but not in the wild. I would love. I mean, it'd be great if there was at least one video of him just someone's at the candy store trying to steal feed him liquid piss, and he just puts him in, and he's just choking him to death. And then at the last second, he's like, "I'll let you live." Welcome to the Joe Rogan experience. Stuff like that.
I feel like I've seen at least one video of him hitting a heavy bag or something.
Yeah, I mean,
I feel like he cut it short to go sleep in ice or something.
There's so many cool things with his body. It's like I want him to have one moment where we're all just that's what it's all about. Like someone says, hey, whistles at his wife, and he kicks his head off. He just kicks him so hard his head shoves into his neck and compresses, and his eye pops out. And he's like, don't ever talk to my wife. Something like that. Something fun. Something we can all rally around. It's that's a problem. Everyone's like, oh, the COVID, oh, the this, oh, the that. He has on this, he has on that. Who cares? That guy could kick you so hard, your neck would just turn into paper. And no one gets to know that. You just assume. He's got the biggest platform in the world, and everyone just knows him as an interviewer. I want him to be able to just one time hurt somebody.
You should offer to stage something for him.
He won't talk to me. He refuses to talk to me. He treats me like I'm nothing.
Refuses.
Anyway, welcome to the show.
We were looking at we were having a digital vacation in Bora Bora before we started this.
Look. If you spend a couple $100 on a TV nowadays, this is everyone talks about how bad it is. The food's poison, right? America, the food's poison. Oh, your kids can't read. And like, what else is bad? Like, everyone's fat, or they're on Ozempic, or they've been sex trafficked. Boo hoo! But you can spend like $200 at Costco, get a TV, a 4K TV. It's like the size of your room, the size of your living room, and just look at Bora Bora all day. That's what we were doing. It's very cheap, honestly, and it's like 8K, 12K, and it'll be like thumbnails of women with large breasts, and you click on it, and it's just a stream of video of Bora Bora. It's literally what happened, and. Yeah, and we were thinking about, like, I don't know. Do you want to actually go, or is it good enough? Why even go? Why not just look at different spaces every day? We could look at Bora Bora today, and tomorrow we could look at the ice. I mean, this is like dystopia. Oh, they want to put you in a box. They want to know where you are. I'm in my living room looking at freaking video of amazing places. I mean, it's better. What's better, going to Gettysburg, like you want to go to? Lucie's always talking about Gettysburg.
Would love to go to Gettysburg.
She won't be piped down about how she wants to see where 50,000 men lost their lives, to end slavery or whatever.
Or Fort Ticonderoga. That's another good one.
Well, that's on the water, right?
That's a different war, but
is that on the water? Forts seem to be on the water a lot.
Yeah,
of the
forts
time.
are on the. Yeah, that's on the water.
That's immediately better. I've been to Gettysburg. It's just a field.
Kind of like the idea of forts better, anyway.
It's just a field where half 100,000 men died. That's all it is. It's just a graveyard for a lot of men.
We take the tour, and the entire thing is just like, there was a dead body over there. Yeah. That guy was dying over there. Yeah. There was a dead guy over here.
I want to go and ask the tour guide, like, any famous animals die here?
There was a bear that there's a bear that had a heart attack.
Yeah.
Scared.
Imagine like it was the Confederacy convinced bears to fight for them. I mean, you think the war could have turned if they not convinced? I don't mean like by logic and reasoning, but like
right.
but like train them. I mean, to like
I mean, I think it could. I think that could turn the tide for pretty much any military. To successfully train bears.
You would think so, but in the Second Punic War, Hannibal famously brought elephants. And he still lost.
Yeah, but they froze to death, right?
I think they got over the mountains. That was the whole thing. No. He crossed the Alps. No, they wouldn't keep telling that story if he just froze on the Alps. No, they got across the Alps, and then somehow I think Scipio still beat him. The Roman. The Second Punic War was between Rome and Carthage, which was North Africa, I guess. And Hannibal, the guy from Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah.
Before he was in prison, he was a general, and I don't know what else he did, but I know he like one thing he did was he like, let's just go. Everyone goes this way to Rome. Let's just go over the mountain. And like, it's a mountain. Kind of sucks. And he's like, shut up, kill that guy, do what I say, and they did, and they worked. Until they lost. But they didn't lose. They didn't die on the mountain. You're remembering it wrong. Or I'm wrong. I mean, if I'm wrong, people are going to love it in the comments. People are going to go, this piece of shit. Lucie was right. He died in a mountain like a dog. But
he wasn't that great.
The point is, he brought elephants and didn't help him. I mean, it helped him, but it didn't work. But you think a few bears could have turned the tide?
I would hate having an elephant around.
Those
things are so disgusting.
They shit so much. They shit so much that like you'd kill yourself just how much shit you'd have to like. I mean, it'd be the size every time they take a shit. It's like the size of a man.
Just always touching you with his wrinkly trunk.
They're awful. Making that. What you some things are in danger because we need what they have. And some things are endangered because we can't stand you, right? We found a use for ivory. You think we put elephants out of business because of pianos? No, we just couldn't. We're gonna do do something with this. I gotta make piano keys. Sure. Make sure you make a bunch because I'm gonna have a lot of dead elephants soon. Cause I can't stand these bitches.
Just a noise. You're trying to sleep in some snowdrift. Some elephants molesting you and making those noises.
I'm getting raped by an elephant. Getting graped. Elephants graping me for the loom. Imagine elephant's trunk going inside you. Awful.
Imagine that.
Awful. It smells. Your whole insides just smell like elephant.
Yeah.
You're not even sure. Like, honestly, it seeps through you somehow. I remember when I worked at the morgue and there would be a decomposed body. And then days later, it would just be inside me, the smell. I can't explain it. I could smell it inside. I could smell the decomposing inside my body. And that's kind of what would happen if an elephant went inside you. So Gettysburg. We can go there. Maybe we should do a live podcast from Gettysburg.
Yeah.
I mean, or will they have someone listen to us? Can we say whatever we want? This is Gettysburg, the champion of the Confederacy, or something like just lie. Live from Gettysburg, the capital of the Confederacy. Will they get mad at us?
I mean, I don't.
I want to do a lot. Well, I'm going to do it during a tour. We're going to get a mobile rig.
Oh yeah, that's
and
good
then while some doofus is telling people where some guy got shot with a musket or whatever. Were they muskets? That was a Revolutionary War. What do you call the guns that they had in the Civil War? Those aren't muskets.
Rifles, right?
Yeah, but they're the ones you still have those pipes you pipe into. People don't appreciate guns. Guns just got good 50 years ago, probably 75. And now a couple of schools get attacked, and everyone's like, "Get rid of the guns." They just got good. You used to have to shove a pipe into a gun every time you shot it, for a minute straight, right?
Yeah.
You had to clean that thing for a minute, and then fill it with balls and pack it, and all sorts of crap. They used to have didn't you ever see those Civil War movies? They used to have a guy hand another guy the rifles and shoot. And it's still you still have to wait. But there'd be a guy packing your rifle while you're shooting it. And now it's because a couple kids, don't get to eat ham sandwiches anymore. Because they're dead. We're gonna take away guns from people. I get it. I mean, I get it. You would think these people go, "Oh, if we outlawed guns, it wouldn't work." I don't think that's true. I think it could probably work. I mean, a lot of countries outlaw guns. I don't know. I don't care though. If you were you don't care about it. But if you were a guy who had to I had to pipe clean for hours just to get a shot at the range, and now I got. Why do you need an automatic gun? Because of that, to make up for lost time. People want this shit. I'm telling you. Civil War sucked. I'm glad slavery's over. Today is what?
Me too.
Yeah. Well, look at you, Johnny. Come lately.
I didn't mean to laugh at the idea of slavery being abolished. Just
yeah, you seem to be very privileged. So anyway, what speaking of controversial edgelord stuff like Lucie likes, apparently. What is today? We're releasing this the day after probably, but today's Columbus Day.
Yeah, so it's Columbus Day.
Are you allowed to say Indigenous Peoples Day?
Italian taking credit for things you didn't do day / Indigenous Peoples Day.
What does that mean? like Chef Boyardee?
I don't know. Italians get very into the whole Columbus thing.
Well, yeah.
I just don't like. I don't. Regardless of the treatment of Native Americans.
Yeah, that's a good
I just
point.
Don't like that.
That's a good point. Look, I mean, you really look. It's weird that it's Italian pride. I'll grant you that because it really should be Spanish pride. Like
or
the
Portuguese.
Well, Isabella and Ferdinand. What were they? Weren't they Spain?
Yeah, they were from Spain. Yeah.
How's Portugal get into this?
Wait.
Did they run both? No, I don't think they ran both. Did they? I don't know. Who's Portuguese?
wait. Never mind. I got confused.
Who funded the whole thing? I mean, they ran a
yeah.
I'm pretty sure Columbus had a Spanish flag on the ships, right?
Yeah.
It wouldn't be an Italian flag.
Right.
Here's $1 billion. Go do your expedition. Hey, Columbus, what's that? Oh, it's my Italian flag. No, I'm the king of Spain. You're gonna do the Spanish flag, right?
Yeah.
I'm just saying the Italians don't have any business taking credit for it. What are you looking up? Were the origins of Christopher Columbus, the documentary Columbus DNA, his true origin, broadcast by the TVE, has revealed a new perspective about the origins of Christopher Columbus, saying that he was of Spanish Sephardic Jewish origin instead of Genoese or Italian. But his name was Columbus. That's an Italian name. So he's a Jewish Italian. I mean, honestly, it's what?
I mean, I just don't know how much. Like, is Sephardic Jew like a rare thing to be? Like, if you go back far enough, I don't know. Like,
well, no, like a lot of Jews are Sephardic Jews. Wait, what are you asking?
I don't know. It's just like,
is that a Pokemon?
Is that like in his DNA, or was it actually? I don't think he grew up a little Jewish boy, right?
I don't know. Did he have a bar mitzvah?
I don't know. Did Columbus have a bar mitzvah?
Maybe. Did he get brised? I mean, yeah, like, is it? I don't know what you're asking me. Is it rare? I mean, statistically, I guess.
Well, I'm just saying, like, having some of that, like, in your DNA. I don't know if that would really. I don't know if the Jews would claim Columbus, honestly.
Well, I mean, look, they shouldn't, just because like they have a tendency just to get involved with, like, just get. It would not be a good time to, like, all of a sudden be like, oh, Columbus is ours. He's just a PR is not great. They got enough things to worry about. Oh, hey, we're bombing Gaza. By the way, Columbus, that's our guy. I mean, I don't know who would really get mad. The Native Americans? It's not that many. I mean, how many Native Americans are left? I don't mean that in a glib way. I'm just asking. How many left?
6.79 million.
Oh, it's a good amount. That's not bad.
That's a good amount of people.
Yeah. All right. I'm happy for them. So no, I wouldn't piss them off if I were them. If I was the Jewish community, by like pretending that Columbus was our guy.
Yeah.
Just saying. You seem to be very cagey about this.
I'm not cagey.
You think? Why'd you bring this up in the first place? If you don't want me talking about Native Americans, I mean, do you think that Native Americans are right in that Columbus is a bad guy?
I mean, I think that I have heard the argument that in the grand scheme of colonialism in the New World, like he wasn't necessarily the worst of the worst.
Who was? Pol Pot?
There was a guy who came like right after him
Hitler.
Who was apparently doing some shit.
Adolf Hitler.
not Adolf Hitler. But
what did you say?
What?
What did you say?
I said not Adolf
Hitler.
Okay. But I don't think that should necessarily matter to Native Americans.
You talking about Cortez?
Not Cortez. No.
The Vasquez?
It wasn't like a
Amerigo Vespucci? Vanderbilt? I don't know. What's this article? See here. This is wait, hold on. Why doesn't this button work? God, there we go. These New York City parade goers responded to the claim the explorer was Jewish, not Italian. Quote, "We don't care." It's like the fugitive. Let's see. Chris Columbus wasn't actually Italian. Paisano. The New York Post really is worse than Columbus. The New York Post is a horrible institution. Paisano. What am I missing here?
I don't know. I don't even know.
Paisano. Instead of Paisano, it's Paisano. This is like a satirical. It's like if you made satire for people who were had traumatic brain injuries. But look, people who can barely read are still entitled to satire, and so we made the New York Post. It's like people who it's like a newspaper for people who are on death row. Doesn't make any. What is the point of this? We don't care, said Cherry Corso, who attended the Manhattan parade with an Italian flag around her neck. He's always going to be Italian. I mean, whatever. I don't care. I mean, it doesn't matter. Columbus did kill anyone? Didn't Spain kill him? Like, or arrest him? I guess that's part of the problem. I read there was something where he basically, some other guy accused him of being a bad guy because he was just trying to, like, you know, it was like Gossip Girl or something.
Mm.
Yeah, he's just trying to, like, you know, outmaneuver him. Like, you know, like, he like made a fake diary or something.
Oh, okay.
Or he took, you know, some guy took fake excerpts, misleading excerpts from his diary.
They stitched a full quote together. They stitched the ends of a quote together or something.
Yeah, it was like, you know, it's the kind of thing where you go like, I'll take those Indians and kiss them and hug them, and they'll never get kissed and hugged like that again. they'll die from happiness. And like, I'll take those Indians and they'll die. You know, something like that. It isn't quote like the first of them.
There was something about how he was describing. He was describing that if his home country knew the disposition of the Native Americans, then a bunch of them would be enslaved, and they would maybe sell girls into sex slavery and all of this.
What?
But then that was like kind of changed in what you're talking about. It was changed to make it seem like he was advocating for child sex slavery or something.
It just occurred to me. I don't know if we have it on the docket, but did they try to kill Trump again?
Yeah, they did.
What's going on with that? I mean, am I getting a egg in my face when I said it? I never said they weren't, but just
I'm only laughing that you brought it up so randomly.
Well, I just realized, like, it's like we're halfway through the show, and people are gonna go, "Why didn't you lead with Trump getting?" I'm sorry. I mean, like, you know, he shouldn't look. Regardless of how you feel about him politically, people shouldn't be trying to kill him.
No.
I feel. Do you actually feel bad for him now? Well, this is not the right article. This is an article about the movie.
Oh, right.
You bring him
another hit job, yeah.
It's fine. We just make a new tab. And look, here's the thing. It does seem strange. I think he just had a gun, right? U.S. sheriffs have probably. Wait, hold on. Yeah, click that. What is Al Jazeera?
U.S. sheriff says probably prevented third Trump assassination attempt.
Suspect faces firearm charges, but denies he tried to harm former U.S. president. So, did the guy just bring a gun to a rally? A United States sheriff says law enforcement officers likely prevented a third assassination attempt against Donald Trump after a man was arrested with unregistered firearms near the Republican candidate's California campaign rally at the weekend. Speaking to reporters on Sunday afternoon, Riverside County Sheriff Chad Bianco. It's kind of a badass name. Hey, I'm Chad Bianco. What do you think of that? I am Sheriff Chad Bianco. It's not bad.
No, yeah, it's a good name.
Said deputies stopped a man at a security perimeter outside the former president's event. So he got stopped. So he had an unsuspected, unregistered firearm. Bianco showed up with multiple passports. Well, that's not great. With different names, an unregistered vehicle with a fake license plate and loaded firearms. I mean, look. Here's my problem with this. And I'm all for, like, you know, people. When do we get Secret Service rundowns every time someone gets stopped with a gun? Like, is this actually, like, this has not been happening before, is my point.
Right.
Is this a new thing? Why don't my buttons work? There we go. I don't know. What do you think?
Well, let's just keep reading this. It was, if you're asking me right now, I probably did have deputies that prevented the third assassination attempt. The sheriff told reporters.
He just wants credit for stopping something.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not saying it wasn't. I'm not saying this guy wasn't trying to do it, but I don't believe his rationale. No, look, I totally did the right thing. Otherwise, he's just like a anti-gun guy. It's a very thin line. Like this guy's trying to take your guns. Unless you're trying to get, you know what I mean? If you didn't stop an assassination, then you're just trying to take someone's guns. And Trump's people don't like that. Well, Republicans in general, I'm saying, you know, they don't like that. It's a political firestorm. Trying to stop an assassination against the Republican, it's got to be a political nightmare. Because, like, you know, you can't just take everyone's guns.
Right.
You know, like you're just the asshole taking guns until you get the right guy.
Yeah, exactly.
You better hope he's got, you know, a bunch of shit like passports and stuff.
Though, I mean, sometimes it's like, I don't know, it maybe like affords an opportunity to double dip a little bit because like you can be the guy going like, bring your guns to my rally. It's all good. And then you can use the fact that people brought guns to your rally to say that you were almost assassinated. I'm just, look,
the Crooks thing, right? The first one.
I think there might be some kind of attempt to reignite the excitement of that first attempt. You know?
If that's the case, I'll vote for him. I like that. I like that kind of three-dimensional. What they always call it? They always call it 5D chess or 4D chess?
3D chess.
4D chess, right?
No, regular chess is 3D chess.
No, regular chess is 2D chess.
No, it's...
No. 3D chess. Listen to me. Sorry. But 3D chess is a thing. Look at, like, it's a chess they play in Star Trek.
Oh, okay.
You know, that's 3D chess. 4D chess. But that's not good enough for Trump. He's 4D chess. But the point is, that really would be kind of 4D chess, what you're describing. There was this real 4D chess. Come bring your guns, and then you arrest them. You're like, trying to kill me. I love it. I want Lucie to be in charge of my security because she thinks like that. Yeah. So look, this guy is an issue. You're never gonna get better. You know, do better than a guy on a roof with a gun. That's always gonna be the most impressive thing. Right? The most like, you know, oh, wow. And the second guy, you know, he was in the bushes and that was like, all right, this is kind of weird. Now this guy had a gun. They stopped him. He had other shit too. I'm not saying he wasn't intent on it, but what are you looking at? What are you looking for?
I'm just fixing something. You go ahead. Keep going.
Why you?
Just let me. Why do you have to point out everything that happens in the background?
Because I feel like I'm my dad ranting, and you're just ignoring me while you Google other things. Are you online shopping while you rant about stupid things? That's how I feel. I'm being honest right now. That's why. Because it triggers me. I need you to pay attention to me.
In an interview with Southern California News Group, Miller, who said he is a Trump supporter, denied trying to harm the former president. These accusations are complete bullshit, Miller said. I'm an artist. I'm the last person. Well, I mean, artists kill people sometimes.
Yeah, did Andy Warhol kill Marilyn Monroe? Am I remembering that wrong?
Did he give her those pills?
Oh, right, she was a pillhead. I forgot.
Yeah. I'm the last person who would cause any violence and harm to anyone.
Well, I don't think he's the last one. I mean, a guy with a gun can never say he's the last guy. You can say I'm not going to hurt anybody. But a guy who has a bunch of guns can't say I'm the last person who's ever hurt anybody. You have them for a reason. What's your medium of art? Assassination. Assassinate people for art. Trump's campaign did not immediately respond to a request for comment. The U.S. Secret Service assesses that the incident did not impact protective operations and former President Trump was not in any danger. Well, I'm sure he didn't like that announcement. The U.S. Attorney's Office said in the statement on Sunday. While no federal arrest has been made, the investigation is ongoing. They didn't arrest the guy? I don't understand what the hell's happening. They didn't arrest, or maybe the sheriff did. The Secret Service should arrest you if you have a bunch of unregistered firearms at a rally.
Yeah.
This country sucks. We have all our rules just suck. I just spit all over my microphone. Why can't we have I know we have a bunch of states. So you know, if you try to have an abortion here, you go to jail. If you try to marry your cousin over there, you go to jail. They just want to put you in jail. But that's why I just watched Bora Bora on my 8K TV or whatever. It's 4K, but they keep telling me how 8K is the video.
Right.
Just watch Tahiti on your TV.
Yeah.
And if you don't think it's good enough in your TV, then fix your TV game.
We can experience it without getting, arrested for bringing in some kind of illegal animal.
What, you want to get a Bora Bora and get AIDS from some kind of animal? Some kind of monkey? You want me to get AIDS from a monkey in Bora Bora? Is that what you want? Let me enjoy it in my living room.
Last month, the U.S. Secret Service acknowledged a series of failures it made during the event in Butler, Pennsylvania, including deficiencies in advanced security planning and poor coordination with local police.
That's where the Crooks thing happened, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Stop trying to recreate. Like this is like Star Trek. This is like Star Wars 9. No one wants it anymore. It's enough. Like, you had your chance. Well, honestly, if these are valid assassination attempts, and this country's shot. Remember in the 60s when someone would die every other day?
Yeah.
It was just like JFK, RFK, Ted Kennedy crashed that woman into a river. MLK, Malcolm X, the Wallace, so many people. I'm just saying, like, it's not.
I like thinking of Chappaquiddick as an assassination.
He assassinated that woman.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, that was Kennedy's getting even. We're sick of being victims here. The best defense is a strong offense. Ted Kennedy. So I mean, I'm glad Trump's okay. But yeah, his movie's out. Not his movie, but the movie they made about him. They call it The Apprentice. That's cheeky. Apparently, it's not doing well. What is this?
Yeah, it's too bad because that guy's a good actor.
I mean,
Isn't he the guy from The Sopranos with the?
It's the guy from The Sopranos. What are you talking about? No. He's the guy from Winter Soldier. He's the guy from.
Oh, okay. He's. That guy would be too old at this point, probably.
Who do you think he is?
the guy who's has this stripper girlfriend who he kills.
You thought that was what's his name? Joe Pantoliano?
I thought
you thought Sebastian Winter Soldier was Joey Pants? The guy, the Cypher from The Matrix? Ralphie from Sopranos? No, it's Sebastian Stan, the guy who plays the Winter Soldier in the Marvel movies.
I haven't looked at a lot of the trailer yet.
Apparently, Trump has railed against the just-released biopic about his life in a social media screed early on Monday, calling it a cheap, defamatory, and politically disgusting hatchet job meant to thwart his presidential candidacy. Who cares? Didn't do well. The movie didn't do well. What do you want me to do? I'll make my own goddamn movie. I'll make a movie called the suck this shit. And it's just my political views mixed with piss, and guns. I put guns in my own piss, and I go, "This is how I feel about the world." You know? Well, what? You're ignoring. You're not giving me any credit.
No, I mean, it's great. Who will star in it?
Sebastian Stan. Why not? He's good at these.
You know what it should be called?
What?
It should be called "Piss is my gun."
Ooh. I like this is my rifle. This is my gun. This is for Piss is my gun.
Yeah.
Piss is my gun. Piss is my fun. Wow, this is the reason we got married. Look, I don't know what to tell you. If you don't want movies about your political enemies, then you gotta sign up for the Kump podcast, and we're gonna Piss is my gun coming 2025. What is Piss is my gun gonna be about? You think?
I kind of picture it being like an erotic thriller.
An erotic thriller? Wow. Does it involve like water sports?
No, I think that would be too on the nose.
Right.
I think maybe he just pisses on his enemies, but not on his lovers.
Who's he? Who's he?
Well, whatever James Bond type character we come
okay.
up with.
I thought this was like a personal movie I was making. But okay, we're revamping it into a James Bond type thriller. Fair enough. I don't. Okay, so it's just. Should we try to get the guy who just finished playing James Bond, Daniel Craig?
Oh yeah.
But let him be old. You don't have to work out that much. Your main thing is pissing on people.
You can get fat if you want.
Yeah, get fat. We'll shoot it in in Bora Bora. You can just eat a bunch of crepes or whatever they eat down there. He's like, well, mostly they eat a lot of fruit. I'm like, fine, I'll bring you donuts.
You don't even have to shower if you don't want.
Yeah, the camera can't smell you. Oh man, and then what? Should we get a hot girl for him?
We'll get We'll get Rebel Wilson.
Rebel Wilson? Who's that?
the fat.
I don't think she's fat anymore.
Oh, she's not.
No, we'll get him some hot girl on the wheel.
Fat, maybe?
I don't know. I mean, who knows? I think people kind of just take heroin and they say they're on Ozempic, but they're really shooting heroin and meth.
Daniel Craig for pisses my gun. Daniel Craig's co-star will be that little girl from Hereditary, the one whose head gets cut off by the telephone pole.
Well, she's probably like 10 years older now, right?
Yeah. So this will be her break coming out.
Like, she's gay?
As a lady.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That'd be Tom Paul. I was thinking about maybe getting like a girl in a wheelchair. Like a hot girl in a wheelchair.
That could work too, yeah.
Just like if you get a hot girl in a wheelchair but she'll just be sitting all the time. But I feel like that'd be like I am not trying to exploit anyone. But I mean, like girls in wheelchairs don't get the best parts, right?
No.
Let's just be honest. So I could pay a reasonable salary to this wheelchair bound woman who's hot otherwise. Or because of that. I'll be progressive because of that. She's hot because she's in the wheel. Or right, that's what they want.
Yeah, like she wouldn't be as hot if it wasn't for the wheelchair.
Right. The fact you're crippled is so hot, which sounds like I'm exploiting it. No. It's the way of the world now.
There could be some kind of, I mean, this could be also.
They don't like cripple, do they?
Maybe the wheelchair's cool.
What's wrong with cripple? Like, what is so offensive about cripple? It's because they used to say that to people like the Tiny Tim.
Yeah, they used to say, like, "Hey, get out of here, you crippled rat!"
Right.
While they were throwing rocks at him.
You can't call someone a cripple, but can I say she's crippled? This my beautiful actress here is crippled. They still don't like it.
It'll probably could make a comeback at some point.
Yeah, well, I say she's dimpled, but they know what I mean. She's very dimpled, if you know what I mean. Anyway, but she'll just be sitting. She's not actually playing a wheelchair-bound woman. Is my point.
Yeah.
But I'm getting her on the cheap, not to be crude about it.
But she really has like Rhett's disease or something.
Rhett's disease? What?
Yeah, Rhett's disease.
What the hell's Rhett's disease? What is this? Are you a doctor all of a sudden? What the fuck is Rhett's disease? What are you talking about?
It's a horrible illness. It's very rare.
I hope not. I hope she's just paralyzed from the waist down. What's wrong with you? Why do I want someone who has Rhett's disease? I mean, if she does.
It causes a lot of facial deformity.
Well, jeez, I didn't say I wanted a facially deformed. I wanted a very hot woman. Look, no, I guess I'm gonna get in trouble now because what do you mean a woman who's riddled with Rhett's disease can't be hot? No, of course she could. But my point is, the whole point of this was we're getting Daniel Craig on the fat. We're getting this wheelchair hottie on the cheap, and we're trying to get this movie made. Pisses my gun doesn't have a huge budget. All right. So the point is, some girl who's as hot as who's really hot. Name a hot woman, will you?
Sydney Sweeney.
Fine. So Sydney Sweeney, what do you think what a quote would be? A few million at least?
A few mil at least,
I get this wheelchair bound woman for like 30 grand maybe. And she's just as hot. Unless you need her walking, she's just as hot.
I'm just imagining like the movie's over. And she's like complaining about her salary because like $30,000 sucks.
It's not great
for starring in a movie with Daniel Craig.
Well, look, I mean,
and so we it's like becomes a big issue.
Yeah.
And so we just kind of like drag Daniel Craig into it, and we go like, "Hey, like, we paid you a lot of money to be in this. Would you mind giving her some of your money?"
Oh, like look, Daniel Craig. Look, I think that Daniel will be the first one. I mean, we're in like a joint press conference. Yeah. I think Daniel will be the first one to say that the equity range is way off, and that he should not be making 75 times what a crippled woman makes. Wouldn't you agree, Daniel? Like, you should pay her more, or pay you less. You see, ratios work like that. I know they didn't teach you that at James Bond school, but ratios. Just take this is what the rich always want. Just why don't you pay the poor people more? Because we gave it all to you. That's why, Daniel. So can you help do the right thing? We don't have a lot of money. Surprisingly, when you go to a bank and you say, "I want to make a movie called Pisses My Christ," wait, pisses my gun, pisses my gun. They don't just shower you with millions of dollars. They don't think it's going to do well, and frankly, neither do I. And Sydney and Sydney Sweeney with a C, which is why I made the girl change her name to Sydney Sweeney, but her name is Sidney. Sydney Sweeney. I mean, she had to do it at her own expense, change her name. This is starting to sound like a real unscrupulous idea.
It's Cindy, the cripple Sweeney.
It's actually Cindy. Wait, how does it work? Cindy. Oh, she's Cindy Sweeney.
Yeah.
Because the other one's Sydney, right?
The other one's Sydney. Yeah.
Right. So she's Cindy Sweeney. Mm-hmm. Most people don't realize. Yeah, no, we got Cindy Sweeney.
Got him.
Yeah. Honestly, how many times are you watching a romance movie, right? Some kind of hot romance, and you're like, oh, I wish she was standing. Never. It's always better when they're sitting. She's sitting on a piano. And like, yeah, it'd be better if her legs. I mean, we could do some movie magic and have someone dangle her legs occasionally with ropes and pulleys, right? Like, like fishing wire, so you don't see it on camera. Or we have a little bit of special effects for that. We move her legs. It is nice when a hot woman moves her legs.
Yeah, like maybe the first time she walks into the room, because the entrance is always important.
Oh, you want to? I thought he would just walk in. She'd be sitting on the piano. See, you want to? This is that story, right? This is like that story about the Russians and NASA wanted to make a pen that would write in zero gravity. So they spent $1 billion in 30 years developing a pen that would write in zero gravity, right? So they can write in space. You know what the Russians did? Use a pencil. See? And our version of that is you having CGI legs so she can walk in. It's just me, Daniel Craig. Why not just have him walk in to meet her while she's sitting on the piano? That's the pencil. That's my version of the pencil. That she's already sitting.
That's fair.
And we'll use the CGI to dangle her legs. So you get the subtle difference here? You want to have her walking like she's some kind of, mechanical spider. Oh, it's like, no, she'll just we can make them dangle realistically, maybe. It'll still be unpleasant to look at. And she won't like the idea because I'll be, she. Now,
is she going to be, because a lot of the time, like, Bond girls are kind of in on the action in some way.
Sure.
Right? There's a turn where they sabotaged him or something. Is she going to be involved? Do you think she has any action?
I can imagine so many times when they're like sitting in a meal and a spy comes in and she pulls a gun out of her purse and starts shooting. Why? You just have to get up. You don't have to stand to shoot. That's the brilliance of it all. Or she's in the car and she's shooting at the car. Was she gonna stand in the car? That's not even safe. Why would you do that? I mean, this is where the writing comes in. You just write around
maybe
it.
Every once in a while, she during a car chase, she'll sacrifice herself by rolling into traffic.
Rolling into traffic?
Yeah.
What? On what?
On a wheelchair.
But no, she's in the canon of the film. She's not in a wheelchair.
Oh, okay.
She's just a hot woman we got cheap because she in real life uses a wheelchair.
Oh, okay.
In real life, she can't use her legs, but the audience doesn't know that. That's the point.
Oh, okay.
If I wanted a hot woman, here's the thing. If I was like, I need a hot woman in a wheelchair, then her agent would be like, well, you got to pay up because you need that.
Right.
My thing is like, look, if I'm going to pay good money, I'll get, Cindy Sweeney. Well, Sydney Sweeney? I'll get the real Sydney Sweeney if I'm going to pay buco bucks. But for this price, like, it's just American. I'm sorry. Look, here's how it works. If she'll be so good in it, people will want her. And here's what you don't want. You don't want me saying, look at this wheelchair-bound woman. It's just so hot in my movie. And then we go, well, she's hot. Wish she wasn't in a wheelchair. We can put her in this movie where people walk. They don't know. I'm going to make it so seamless, they think she walks. And they'll make her offers to be in their movies. And then no one's going to be like, oh, we got to rescind the offer. You can't walk. They'll just fucking deal with it. I'll say it's to the agent. I don't know how you got to Hollywood. I don't know who Nepo baby pipeline you came out of. But I'm telling you how to do your job. This is how Cindy Sweeney becomes a star. All right, dumbass? Don't fucking try to woke me. I'll woke you. This is my gun. Coming 2025. We're not giving ourselves much time either. 2025 is like right around the corner.
Yeah, we got to get on this.
Even if it comes out next fall, it's still like, pre-production is going to take a while.
Impossible to make.
Yeah, Daniel Craig's not going to do this. we're going to be lucky to get Michael Madsen, who I think he beats women. We gotta get so much insurance for him. If he doesn't, I hope he doesn't, right? He was accused of something with women, right?
I don't know that.
Look it up. I want to make sure we don't slander Michael Madsen, but he was accused of hurting a woman, I think. Yeah, all right, it's already coming up. Restraining order alleges multiple instances of physical and verbal abuse against his estranged wife. So unless she's lying, I'm not going to assume she is, then I'm in the clear. Legally. Imagine we got sued. That's the last thing this podcast needs. We're the best. That could actually be good for us, maybe. Maybe it'd be good for us.
Yeah, it could be good.
Yeah.
But,
what is the plot of Pisses My Gun, though? We focus so much on having a fat Daniel Craig and a wheelchair woman. Maybe they have to stop the Trump assassination.
The fourth one.
The fourth one. Yeah. It's not funny, but it is a little bit. For the wrong reasons. What is, like, how is he going to stop it?
He's just going to...
He's gonna be eating
He's just gonna murk a bunch of law-abiding Trump supporters.
Yeah. He's just gonna go to a fucking buffet and just start shooting people at a buffet. He's just a fat murderer.
Fat old charmless murderer, like completely gone out of his mind.
And this immobile woman can't break through to him no matter how hard she tries. It's just they have just passionless sex. When he mounts her missionary style and just pumps into her.
Terrible.
Dead eyes. With just dead eyes. He goes, she goes, what are you gonna do tomorrow? I'll probably just shoot more people at the buffet. I hope they have a lot of bacon. It's just like he's tasked. He is called to a meeting with them. I want you to stop the assassins. And so he doesn't ask. I don't ask questions. You do what you got to do. But he would stop him if he knew his plan was just to go to IHOPs around the country or buffets and just shoot people. He wouldn't approve of it. Trump's not a monster like that. But this is what old Daniel Craig does. And he's like. The woman in the wheelchair woman was just some woman who was hot. That would be the first scene, the first place. And he's like, you want to be my girlfriend? She was eating eggs Benedict. It's delicious.
Gross hollandaise all over her mouth.
Oh yeah, yeah. She's fucking.
Just a real pig.
I mean, it looks, it's humanizing because I'm sure that like people in wheelchairs have this whole like mythos about them, like, well, and we have to be perfect otherwise. We're in a wheelchair and we can't walk and run, so people expect us to do everything else perfectly. And sometimes I want to be messy, a messy eater. I'm like, well, I'll let you do that in my movie because you're hot. She's so hot. This girl's gonna be so hot. You have no idea how hot of a girl we can get because she can't walk. We would never be able to. This is gonna be like such a hot girl. You have no idea how she's gonna sell the movie. We're gonna have her like cleavage on the poster, and Daniel Craig, and it's gonna be called. And the poster will just say like. Their bond is they have a great bond. Like a review or whatever, but it's just like to get that word bond in there.
Great.
I mean, and do you like? I mean, is there this so far? This movie just seems like it's just a series of murders.
Yeah.
I mean, is there going to be escalation?
Maybe at one point he goes to Canada and I don't know, attack some people there.
Canada attacks people. So it's just like an hour of like over and over, like him at the buffet, some different buffet, shooting a bunch of people, and then like in some different motel having like just really passionate sex with this hot girl. And then after an hour goes by, he's just in a van going to Canada. And he just starts shooting into traffic.
and the girl, no legs. It's just
well, she has legs. She has legs. She just can't use them.
Digital legs.
No, they're real legs. She has legs.
But not in the movie. In the movie,
no, in the movie she has legs. No. I never said that she was like a legless woman. She just can't walk. And it's not really in the movie. We don't draw attention to that.
No, we gotta use digital legs because. What
are you talking about?
Otherwise, look, legs that don't work have a look about them. People can tell they don't work.
I told you for a scene or two we'll have guys moving the legs for her, dangling them.
Yeah,
you know?
Sure.
Maybe for the sex scenes they'll do that too. Whatever she's comfortable with. Just saying. Well, we're gonna get like an advisor. I mean, the money people would spend on a quote unquote sensitivity consultant or whatever. I'm gonna get like a guy who no legs to tell me, or a guy who can't walk to tell me how the best way to do these things.
Right.
I don't want to hurt her feelings. Don't get it twisted. All right. I'm not trying to make her feel bad. That's the opposite of what I want. She's not gonna give a good performance if she's all self-conscious because we're like, yeah, you don't have legs, right? Like, no, I have legs. I'm paralyzed from the waist down. I've told you this many times.
Anyway, so legs of some kind. When Daniel Craig goes up to Canada and starts attacking people there, there's also like kind of a subplot up there where she's like going around like French Canada, and
Montreal,
and trying to practice French. But she's just not very good at it.
So
she can't talk to anybody.
Is this set up earlier or is this out of nowhere? Like, is she always having
there's going to be a part where like Daniel Craig is drenched in blood and he's been doing his dirty business and the audience is going to start to wonder like where's the lady?
Where's Denise?
Yeah.
The character
Denise.
Yeah. Denise the hot girl. No, what I'm asking though, like when he first meets her and she's eating eggs Benedict, is she like reading like a French dictionary or something?
Yeah, like maybe, it's implied.
Chekhov's gun.
She might.
Yeah.
She might know some it might come in handy.
Does that count as Chekhov's gun?
I think it counts as Chekhov's gun. Yeah.
Good. All right. Foreshadowing. And then so Augusta, he's at a French Canadian roundabout somewhere, just shooting into the roundabout, and then it cuts to the motel, it cuts to her at like a Tim Hortons, and like she's like trying to order in French, and like we speak English also. So this is not working. She's leaning on the counter.
She's like, no, that's not right.
But she's like leaning very awkwardly on the counter because in reality she can't stand.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll just do it from waist up. A lot of waist up shots for her. Why waste the lens, the film, whatever. Look, this is not to exploit her. We're just trying to get an indie movie made.
Yeah.
This is the age of Marvel movies, all right? I'm sorry if I can't afford, Richard Link. I'm not Richard Linklater. I didn't start making movies in the 90s, and we can make like a movie about like Ethan Hawke and that girl, 3 different movies about them just flailing about Paris or whatever. Mm-hmm. And every studio's like, here's $100 million, you indie filmmaker. That's not what this is. No one wants movies that aren't superhero movies, so I have to do this on the cheap. Mm. All right? I'm sorry I'm not Kevin Smith. I'm sorry I'm not Quentin Tarantino. He's the only one who's actually good. Nah, Linklater's fine. What do you mean? I never saw Boyhood.
I saw Boyhood.
Was it good?
Eh.
That's fine. Tarantino's good.
So many years.
Maybe he'll produce it. Maybe Tarantino will produce it.
It was kind of impressive in the sense that you're like, wow, these people are like getting old.
I mean, look, I don't want to be a dick. And I don't know anything about Boyhood, really. Was Ethan Hawke in it? It would be the perfect cover, knowing what we know about Hollywood. Like, no, I was making a movie for 12 years with the kid. we're like that was an excuse. We had to stick with it.
I was thinking something similar, but kind of different. Yeah. That Boyhood was just like a project for Richard Linklater to prove that he's not a pedophile.
Well, if I could make this movie and then not do it,
why would he keep working with me?
Right. Can't argue with that. Well, I think this movie sounds great. I think it's a great thing for us to work on in 2025.
Yeah.
So look.
You always need a project.
You always need something. You always need some little Carrot and stick. It's carrot and stick. You always need a carrot. You always need a stick. Piss Christ. Piss is my gun. I mean, the title. A lot of people are gonna try to get us to change the name.
Yeah.
If they have any interest in the movie.
Yeah.
Like once we have Daniel Craig and we have this hot girl, and they don't know she's crippled, whatever. She's a handicapped woman. This girl's hot as shit. Can you change the name? This movie actually might do well. But no.
Look, what we really need to do so that we seem open-minded, but we don't have to change the name, is we need to put Piss Is My Gun on a list of like 3 films and then make the other 2 really bad. Like,
right.
Yeah.
Piss ass. Piss. And then piss shit.
One of the titles is Wheelchair Bitch.
Oh, that's going to be better.
And
that actually would
it doesn't make any sense because she's not in a wheelchair.
That'll be the French Canadian title.
Yeah. They'll appreciate that.
I mean, they'll translate it into French Canadian. No, in French Canada, it's just called Wheelchair Bitch. It's not even translated. Like, why is it called this in a different country? Shut up. Thanks so much for tuning in to the show. You. Remember, I said it before, but like, subscribe, comment, say hello, notification bell, backpack, screwdriver, patreon.com/RayCump. Piss Is My Gun. Enjoy. Have a great day. Have a great week.